Forget what you've read in the travel guides. What is it really like to live in one of the world's most dynamic megacities? Today, I want to take you inside my city, a place that's always in motion, and show you what it looks like through my eyes. And really, this whole story, it all boils down to one big question. What are the real trade-offs of living in a city that offers so much opportunity, but also comes with some immense challenges? It's a question I find myself thinking about almost every single day.
So to really answer that, we need to start somewhere specific. Let's dive into my hometown.
So I'm from Ho Chi Minh City, though, a lot of us still call it Saigon. It's more than just the place I was born. It's the city that's really shaped who I am today. A city that is always on, always moving forward.
I mean, you can literally feel the energy in the air here. It's like a magnet. It just pulls in these huge global companies, which creates all these incredible job opportunities. And of course, that energy, it draws in young people from all over Vietnam, students coming here to study, to dream, and to build a life. This place truly is the economic engine of the whole country.
But for me, it's also incredibly personal. Professionally, as a bilingual MC, this city is, well, it's everything. The number of international events here means I can build a career that would be pretty much impossible anywhere else in the country. And on a personal level, the food. I mean, come on. You can find the absolute best dishes from every single region of Vietnam all right here. It's a total foodie paradise. But here's the thing. The city I'm describing, the one I love right now, it is almost unrecognizable from the one I grew up in. It has gone through this massive and incredibly rapid transformation.
When I look back, it's like I'm seeing two totally different worlds. I remember a city with so much more green space, fewer skyscrapers, and just a much more relaxed pace. But today, wow, it's a landscape of nonstop, accelerated urbanization. Luxury apartments popping up everywhere, international brands on every corner, and roads that are constantly being widened just to try and keep up.
And, that brings up this really complicated feeling. It's completely bittersweet. On the one hand, I can't deny that all this progress has brought so many opportunities and a better life for so many people. But man, a part of me really truly misses that older, quieter version of my hometown, where life just felt a little more human. So all of this change, it leads right into the daily reality, the trade-offs, the little compromises you have to make every single day just to live here. And as I get a little older, I find myself wrestling with this question more and more. Like, is this really where I want to build my entire future? And honestly, the answer just isn't so simple anymore. It's this constant push and pull inside my head. You've got these really strong anchors, right? My family's here, my friends are here, my career is booming, the nightlife is amazing. But then there's that other side, that little voice that talks about the relentless traffic, the air quality, and that tempting thought of a quieter life somewhere like Dalat or Da Nang. And if you ask anyone what the #1 frustration is, it's the traffic, for sure. It's more than just an inconvenience. It's this constant, soul-crushing drain on your time, your energy, and your patience. Just let this number sink in for a second. 1 hour. That's how long a single trip can take when you're stuck in rush hour. And the wildest part? We're talking about a trip that without traffic should only take about 15 minutes. So that's 45 minutes of your life. Poof! Just gone, vanished into a sea of motorbikes and cars. And that adds up day after day after day. And then you've got let's call them the more personal challenges of living so close to everyone. For example, I have some neighbors who are, let's say, very enthusiastic about their karaoke. And while I admire their spirit, their singing talent doesn't quite match the volume. It's a funny little problem, but it just highlights that constant search for a little peace and quiet. Okay, so with all these frustrations, where do we go from here, right? How do we build a city that isn't just a poster child for economic growth, but a place that's actually truly livable for all the people who call it home? For me, it really all boils down to two things. Two absolutely critical things, and if we don't get these right, the city is going to risk losing the very people who make it so dynamic. It's young people. We have to tackle the housing crisis, and we have to fix transportation. All right, housing first. The prices they've skyrocketed, doubled, tripled, but salaries? Nope, they haven't kept pace at all. Can you imagine saving for more than 15 years just to afford a down payment on a small apartment? That's the reality for so many young professionals here. It's just so incredibly discouraging. And when it comes to traffic, the plan has to be common sense, right? It has to happen in the right order. You can't just tell people to give up their motorbikes. For so many, that's their lifeline. No,
Step 1, you have to invest and invest heavily in a public transit system that is modern, easy to use, and actually goes where people need it to go. Then, and only then, once that amazing system is in place, can you start talking about restricting private vehicles. Doing it any other way is just setting yourself up for failure.
But a better future isn't just about shiny new metro lines and apartment towers. As we're building all this new stuff, we have to stop and ask ourselves, what are we losing in the process? What's happening to the actual soul of our city?
And that's exactly why holding onto our old buildings is just so vital. They're not just brick and mortar. They're a real, tangible connection to our history, to our culture. I mean, in a world where so many big cities are starting to look exactly the same, these old buildings are what give my hometown its unique character, its authenticity. Plus, reusing them is often way more sustainable than just tearing them down.
So, I guess this is the big question I want to leave you with. It's the central challenge not just for my city, but for so many growing cities all over the world. How do we build the cities of the future without completely erasing the character of the past? How do we race forward with progress, but still protect the heritage that makes us who we are? Finding that balance, I think that's the most important project of all.